The Saints are back in town. Yes, we are looking at Southampton as they return to Premier League football. A club that, in my opinion, has been one of the most fun teams to use in career mode for many, many years now. And at this stage, they came in right behind Leicester City and Ipswich, who got direct promotion. They came in 4th in the playoffs and played against Leeds United and managed to actually beat them in the playoff finals. So now Southampton has returned into Premier League football, and in today's rebuild, I want to make sure I create a legacy over here at Southampton. A team that doesn't get relegated anymore. A team that can
Wait, what did you just say?
Consistently compete in Premier League football. Maybe even aim for some trophies.
Are you serious?
This is going to be a ton of fun, and of course, alongside Southampton, I made sure to promote Leicester City and Ipswich Town as well. Goodbye Luton, goodbye Sheffield, and bye-bye Burnley.
Take care now. Bye-bye then.
Before we start with anything right here, let's take an immediate look at the budget. It says 42, but let's be real, that is not it. When you get promoted into Premier League football, the most lucrative league there is, you get yourself over 100 million in the budget instantly. That's just how it works. We keep seeing it over and over again. Teams get promoted, spent like 100 million, and then maybe still get relegated. But sometimes it actually works out. So we are giving ourselves a decent budget here, realistic one, I would say, when we do get promoted into Premier League football. And Southampton, can I just say one thing? I didn't see this coming. Armstrong, 13 assists. 21 goals this season. I mean, this guy has done wonders for Southampton this season. Even Che Adams has a bunch of goals for them this year. I think it's like 15. Yeah, it's actually 15. It's madness. Then you have the likes of Smallbone, where I have to admit, I had no clue of this guy, but statistically speaking, he has actually done really well. He has gotten himself on top of great play. 3 assists and 6 goals. Then we move over to someone like Downs. 2 goals, 2 assists for him as well. But standout players, Kyle Walker-Peters. Alongside Armstrong, Walker-Peters possibly one of the best right backs that has ever played in the championship. I'm not joking. This guy has had an incredible season. 4 assists, 3 goals. But it's just the overall play that he has showcased that has made him such an important asset for Russell Martin, the current coach of Southampton. And on top of that, Taylor Harvard-Bellis, man, I love this kid. I absolutely love this kid. You guys know I've been really enjoying this kid's career for a while now. I watched him at Burnley when he led them to go ahead and get promoted into Premier League football before now going down again. But he was incredible. He's a Manchester City player who apparently is going to be bought by Southampton now, which is great. I love the fact that he's going to be in a club where he can actually continue to play in the starting 11. And this time it's going to be Premier League football. I mean, last season he got promoted with Burnley, but never got the chance to play in the Premier League with them. This time it is going to be different. And then in goal, McCarthy lately had to step in and play, but normally it would be Bazunu, right? And I gotta say, at the start of the season, this guy looked terrible. He looked awful. Like, every shot they were taking seemed like it was going in. I know that because I owned his card on the fantasy football game that is so rare. And he was so frustrating, bro. I had the combination of Bazunu and Harwood-Bellis, and Bazunu would make me lose my mind when I saw the types of goals he conceded. But the coach trusted in him, and only an injury has really taken him out of the squad right now. I think he has an Achilles injury at the moment. And on the bench, you have Fraser, who has 2 assists and 6 goals as well for this team. I was kind of thinking that Sekou Mara could have more of an impact on a team like Southampton in the championship, but I guess that hasn't really worked out. If you guys know why, let me know in the comments down below. I'm totally open to understanding anything about this team. And if you think I've kind of left out anyone, please let me know as well. If you are a Southampton fan, I would love to hear your review on Southampton's season and how they made it back into Premier League football. I gotta say, I love the fact that Leicester City is back. I love that Southampton is back. I will have to admit, I don't have that much of a clue about Ipswich, but it's going to be interesting to see how they do next season.
Very interesting.
Something that really catches me off guard is the fact that Southampton played a bunch of formations this season. 3-5-2, 4-3-3, 5-3-2. We are then also looking at the likes of a 5-3-2-1, 4-3-2-1. It just keeps going, keeps changing. 4-4-2. I mean, which formation are we going to play over here? I don't necessarily know specifically, but I just know the fact that someone like Armstrong should be playing alongside Che Adams up top. So we will see if we can find something where we can play with 2 strikers. That's for sure. Oh, by the way, EA, can we get rid of these cutscenes when I'm actually purchasing a player that has been at the club already? Makes no sense. First signing is obviously Taylor Harvard-Bellis on a permanent deal from Manchester City. I spent 10 million on this, so we still got over 100 to spend. But I'm just going to be honest, I'm not just going to go crazy with the money and buy some insane players. Ideally, we want to bring in players that can bring value to the squad for the future. Players that Southampton could potentially sell on for big bucks. My first signing for this club, first proper signing, is Bradley Loco. This guy has been chosen to be in the top 11 of wonder kids in Europe, statistically speaking. We're not talking about, oh, I feel like he's the best. We're talking about stats and facts. And for that reason, I think this would be an outstanding call for a team like Southampton to bring him into their squad. He has played for Stade Brest, who have done incredibly well in France, by the way. But he could come over into the Premier League and really put a stamp on this team and potentially earn himself an even bigger move after proving himself in the Prem. The guy has decent amounts of pace, dribbling and defending, decent physicality on him as well. No play styles, but what I can tell you is, in terms of successful take-ons as an offensive player, he is up there in the 5th percentile of players. When it comes down to tackles as a left back, he's up there in the 9th percentile of left backs at the moment. So he's a decent player with lots of potential. If he can continue his play this way, I think he could become a beast. So welcome to the team, Loco. I feel like you're going to fit in really well here. And in walks another one. This is Haidara. Amadou Haidara from Leipzig, a player that has had some really good performances for them this year. Sometimes he was out of the squad, but most of the time when I saw him play, he looked very exciting. And now he's going to join us because, first of all, no disrespect to the Southampton players that have taken this team into Premier League football, like Smallbone and Downs. No disrespect at all. But the 71 rating, if I keep these players in a starting 11, that means we're going straight back down into the championship. And we do not want to become a team that just goes and yo-yos up and down. So we want to bring in a new player, multiple new players to make sure that we do stay in this division. And I gotta be honest, even though Bazunu is a great talent, don't get me wrong, I feel like I need to make sure that he only walks back into this club at some point as a starting goalkeeper where I can be confident he's going to be good enough for Southampton. So the plan is, I'm going to bring in an old and experienced goalkeeper into this team, have Bazunu out on loan for a year or 2, and then return into this club as the finished project, or the finished product, I should say. But yeah, Haidara, first one of many to come alongside with Loco. These are big signings for the club, in my opinion. We need to make these steps. Otherwise, we're going down.
We're going down.
Just seen some news articles that were suggesting that AS Monaco is planning on cashing in on Fofana. And I think he's great. I want him in this team. He has been part of the French national team setup. I actually don't know if he's been called up to the Euros, but previously he was. And now he's going to be joining us as a CDM. Again, another massive upgrade in midfield. Now with Haidara, who has the capability to take the ball forward and progress the game. And Fofana, who can be that physical player in that CDM position, breaking up the attacks of our opponents. He comes in at 6'1" at the age of 24. He has the intercept playstyle, which is going to be important there. And yes, I understand this is a very classic formation with the 4-4-2, but we're going to run with it for now. And if I remember correctly, this Brooks kid was the one from Bournemouth, wasn't it? He was the one that I believe had cancer. So much respect for him to actually pull through and still be part of football. It's immense. And if someone cares to clarify this for me, Suleimana, what the hell happened? Because I remember he was supposed to be a big talent, and I feel like there was a fallout between him and the coach, something like that, I remember. If you guys could tell me, that'd be much appreciated. And I do know that Edozie is a massive talent as well. After signing the likes of Fofana, Haidara, Harwood Bellis, and Loco, our budget has obviously come down massively. We're down to around 34 million. And at this stage, I have to make some decisions. One decision I already made was to make things harder for me because I have let go of the likes of Brooks, who was only on loan, is returning to Bournemouth, and Fraser. Both of these guys only had 11 months on their contract, and obviously in real life, these lads have already played this season out. So I decided, you know what, since in the Premier League, they're not going to be there, we are going to get rid of them. And I was just wondering, actually, is there anyone else that is also here only on loan? Okay, Rothwell also only loaned in, and Downs as well. Oh, I guess it's a good thing that we actually did go ahead and get rid of him. Che Adams, is he going to extend his contract? Yes or no? I'll do some research. And there we have our answer. Che Adams is set to leave Southampton in the summer after rejecting a new contract offer. Okay, things got quite tough all of a sudden. Sometimes you have to take a leap of faith, and this is one of those moments. Suleimana, goodbye. I don't know what happened with you at Southampton in the previous season. I just remembered there was an issue. And now I've made the decision to bring in Ramon Sosa. Ramon Sosa comes in with a 75 rating. He's a left midfielder, 82 pace, 76 dribbling, decent shooting, passing, and everything. 4-star weak foot, technical play style. He is coming in from South America, the country of Paraguay, and he actually plays in South America still. Now, I have to bring in 2 more players. I only have about 40 million to do so. So this is going to be interesting. New striker, new right midfielder. Hopefully I can actually, you know, bring those players in, because I didn't realize that all these transfers would cost so much. I put myself into a very precarious situation. There's a man over there in France playing for Chelsea's second team, so to say, Strasbourg. Yeah, I get it. I'm just joking. But anyways, Dilan Bakwa is a player that has 3 goals and 6 assists. Most of those goal contributions coming in lately. He is someone that I thought would fit very well into what we're doing over here at Southampton. And he's going to come in for that right midfield position. He has all the stats to play well in there. 86 pace, 78 dribbling, decent shooting and passing. I guess if you compare these two, you can kind of tell they're very close to each other in their stats. But Bakwa actually outperforms Sosa for now. It'll be interesting to see who actually gets the higher numbers at the end of the season. One thing I can tell, though, is that Bakwa is very bad on his right foot, and he still plays as a right midfielder, which tells me he's going to cut inside quite often. He also has the technical play style, which is good. So, after bringing those 2 transfers in, how much money do I have left? I have about 27 million, and I know exactly who I want. And in he walks, a Dutchman who has 18 goals and 4 assists this season. Same as Bakwa from the Ligue 1. He will join us from Toulouse. It is Thijs Dallinga, a former, I believe, Utrecht striker, or was it Heerenveen? I can't remember right now, but he did play in the Eredivisie before, and he actually performed there. And he's coming in at a great price of only 12 million. He has 73 pace, 76 shooting. Compared to Armstrong, Armstrong has 75. So they are quite similar in many ways there, but 4-star weak foot on this kid, and he is 6'3". Armstrong a bit, I believe, is shorter. Yes, he is 5'8". So that is going to be quite a nice combination. Old school 4-4-2. But that's it. I initially wanted to bring in another goalkeeper and fix that situation too, but I don't know if I have enough money. And lads, if you're saying to yourself, oh, he's completely changing the Southampton team, what the hell is he doing? Well, if you look at basically any team lately that has gone from the Championship into the Premier League, they all buy tons of players. Bro, the amount that I'm buying right now is nothing compared to what Nottingham Forest bought. I feel like they bought 2 teams. Actually, forget about it. Old goalkeepers are cheap as hell, buddy. And that is Keylor Navas, former Champions League winner, walking through the door right here. And I think it's a great signing. Keylor Navas joining us for extremely cheap, coming in with an 82 rating, allowing Bazunu to take that time away from the club and come back at some point as the man for this team, not the boy. And Navas is 36 years old at this stage, so I think this is perfect for him. One last ride in the Premier League. Good luck, Navas. Good luck, team. I'm actually very confident that we're going to stay up. I really hope it works out. Lads, I've got something that makes absolutely no sense. We're in the FA Cup final. Yes, we are. Southampton has beaten the likes of Manchester United, Middlesbrough, and Everton as we proceeded towards the FA Cup final. I cannot believe that actually happened. But in the Premier League, 8th position, you know. Oh, mate, let's go. And another thing that I completely forgot about. I was looking at players that were like in this team by a loan deal, right? But I forgot about the ones that are coming back. We have Carlos Alcaraz, who is a big talent. I don't actually know if he's gotten any type of playtime at Juventus. I will have to look into that. I'm talking about real life. But Bazunu was loaned out to Bournemouth. He has gone up by +3, which is huge. And we have Bella Kotchap, bro. He's amazing. Him and Harvard Bellis next to each other could be an unreal pairing. Now, I understand it's a very young pairing and it could be making a lot of mistakes. They could be prone to it. But both of those guys have so much potential in them. I wonder if they're actually going to run through with those players in the next season or if they're going to sign any centre-backs. But for me, bro, I'm all about Bella Kotchap. I think he's amazing. Actually, I'm surprised that he didn't get as much playtime at PSV. Was he injured by any chance? I'm actually going to look into that as we speak. Bella, that's his name. Bella Kotchap. Show me Armel Bella Kotchap. He didn't play that many games. Wow, he was only a substitute for the majority of the season, which is not a good look because PSV are playing in the Eredivisie, obviously, and they dominated everyone. So the fact that he wasn't even thrown in as rotation is something to worry about. Okay, then, that's good to know. But yeah, this team has done amazing this season. In terms of numbers, Ross Stewart? What? Why are you playing? Why are you playing, bro? You should not be playing, but how the hell did you get 22 goals and 1 assist as a 71 rated player going up to a 73? He was only supposed to be a backup. Dalinga coming in and getting 26 goal contributions in the Premier League is amazing. Sosa 13 and 5, Bakwa 10 and 11. Let's go. But Armstrong, a man who pushed this team into Premier League football despite his higher rating, didn't play. EA, please fix this. The highest rated players in their positions should always play no matter what.
No matter what.
Now, though, let's not forget about the cup final against, of course, Manchester City. They brought in Berardi and Barella. Interesting. And Acuna. Okay. Can we actually win this? Is this going to happen right here? I mean, look at our team. Look at Loco 80, Sosa 80, Bakva 79. Really, really good stuff. Come on, lads, please. I don't care. Wixom, here we go. Yes, we've beaten Manchester City in an FA Cup final. Sosa and Loco have done it. This is how Erik ten Hag must have felt. That's... I mean, wait. We did get 8th this season, and we managed to win the FA Cup. Basically, we were Manchester United this season. I know United wasn't in the European football, right? Does 8th get European football? Doesn't matter. We beat Manchester City. Who cares? Let's go. All right, here it is now. This season, we have a bunch of players returning, as I said before. Alcaraz coming back with a 76. Bella Kotchap with a 75, which is basically the same as Bednarek. So they will have to fight for that position, which is a good thing because Bella Kotchap shouldn't just earn that position after playing basically no games last season. And Alcaraz actually has 3 goals and 2 assists for Juventus, having played a couple of games mostly as a substitute player. So yeah, let's see how this goes. Stuart, as much as I appreciate you, I really hope you don't play a single game this season. It is so harsh on Armstrong. He definitely deserved more, but we'll see how this goes. I think this team can still climb up the league table, but if I get 8th again, that's a good achievement. All right, lads, we are through another season and, mate, I don't even want to talk about it. First of all, 8th position in the league. That I absolutely love. But, I'm about to show you something special. First of all, Spurs are able to put a trophy into their cabinet. Congratulations. I am fuming. I am absolutely fuming. Look at the team, okay? Dalinga 83, Armstrong 79, Bakva, Fofana, Haidara, Sosa. This team looks so freaking good. And Bella Kotchap obviously has been playing. He has outgrown Bednarek already and taken over his position, which is good. And Keylor Navas, up until now, has managed to stay around the 78. After this season, he is going to be gone. But here it comes. Guess who scored them goals? Guess who played them games? It's freaking Ross Stewart. I'm done. Ross Stewart, thank you, but no. I wanted to give him a chance to be the backup striker in this team. Now that Alcaraz has come back, Armstrong is there. But no, the game keeps playing the low-rated lad. I appreciate all of his efforts, but I'm fuming. I'm fuming about it because look at this. Armstrong now requested a transfer. Great. So he is going to leave the team. That sucks. I didn't want that to happen. And on top of it, guess who else? Alcaraz, who came back from loan at Juventus, now wants to go ahead and leave as well. He has requested a transfer too. So a bit of madness happening here at Southampton, but that's okay. Dalinga kept on performing. Bakva performed. Haidara did well. Loco did something as a left back. I mean, Sosa got 11 assists, so there's still a lot of good things, good signs for this club. And actually, Bazunu is going to return with a 78 rating, which is perfect. So that is exactly the rating that Navas has as well. So we won't be losing anything there. Bazunu now a man joining into the team. But man, this game, you guys need to fix this, bro. I cannot have lower rated players playing above higher rated players. Needs to be fixed. At least in the next FIFA. But guess what? It probably won't. You know what I love? It's a story of a player kind of losing his way and then finding his way back to the top. Lookman from Atalanta. He scores a hat-trick in the Europa League final. And right now, he's basically one of those players that I just want to use in every single rebuild if I could. But this one is perfect. Lookman joins us now. 52.3 million. Seems like Liverpool had interest as well, but he joins us into that right striker position where Armstrong sadly left along with Alcaraz due to their transfer requests. But he comes in 5'9", next to Dalinga with 6'3". That is the type of partnership I want to have. One guy who's fast and has really good finishing, and then one guy who can be super physical up there together with Lookman and still has so much room to grow. So that is the only transfer I'm going to make, and Bazunu is back into the club as well. Lookman, do not disappoint me. He's 27 as he joins us. Hopefully we can get good 5 years out of him. Disappointing, to say the least. This season is a madness. We are getting into the FA Cup final again. Now that I'm proud of. I'm looking forward to it. Last time we beat Man City there, which was immense. In the Premier League though, 9th position. You have to be kidding me. So this is a must-win game against Arsenal, who are in 3rd place. And I don't know, is it because I kicked Stewart out of the club? The guy who was stealing playtime from everyone? I have no idea. But the squad itself, I mean, look at this. Sosa already on an 87. Ridiculous stats. Bakva looking very, very good. Lookman and Dalinga seemingly forming a great partnership already. The CDM and a centre midfielder, such a great partnership, honestly. And then the originals in Harwood, Belly, Spela, Kochap, and Walker Peters. Walker Peters up to an 83. My guy, what the hell? Bazunu up to an 82, which is great. And Loco just keeps going. Now, we probably have to strengthen the bench, I'll be honest. It's not terrible. It's all right. It's acceptable, actually. It's not that bad. But this team should have performed better in the Premier League. But here it goes. If we win this, I believe we get Europa League football, right? So you better freaking win it, lads. Bela Kochap is red carded, so Bednarek will have to step up, but we still win it. Onuachu off the bench and Haidara before that. The FA Cup belongs to Southampton again. We're not giving up that one. So I'm very happy about that. We picked up yet another trophy. But next season, lads, I want to see Champions League football. I'm not kidding. We're on that level now. Our players are good enough. And I think it's mostly down to the goalkeeping position because we only have an 82 rated goalkeeper. But we'll see how it goes. Dalinga 23 and 6, Lookman 22 and 4. That's all I wanted to see. And then it's Bako and Sosa supplying them. Aidara helping out as well. Yes, this is what I want to build. And I feel like it's going into the right direction in certain ways, but in some ways it really isn't. So next season better be good. And off we go to the races. Southampton in 4th, Champions League football secure. City might have won the league, but it doesn't matter. We now have Champions League football. First time we qualify for European football. It's immediately the best one of them all. And the team, I mean, we have a couple of players looking amazing. We have Dalinga, who has gotten a lot of pace, 82 pace now, lovely. Lookman still looking very, very strong. Bakva and Sosa, 88. Haidara, Fofana, solid. only Bella Kotchap and Walker Peters are kind of like behind the power curve of the team. It seems like it has gone too far away from them. But then again, I still trust these guys. Bazunu up to an 87. That's what I like to see. That's why we loaned him out. And then the bench, again, it's not bad. It's okay. And we even have some players in the reserves that could have been useful. But yeah, this is what I wanted to see. We needed it badly. And we have Lukman and Dalinga just leading the line. What a partnership that is. Nigeria and Netherlands. Let's go. Bakwa and Sosa have performed really good again. Haidara in center midfield, getting goals and assists, doing offense and defense. And Sekumara off the bench still bringing in a couple of goal contributions. So Southampton looking very strong as we speak. We just got to keep it going. And next season in the Champions League, I feel like we could go quite far. If we can get past like the semi-finals or the quarterfinals, I should say, I'm going to be very proud. I'm going to say it how it is. This season, nuts. First place in the league, 85 points on Southampton, only 5 losses in the Premier League season. And that was enough to win it all. Lads, we have performed really well. In the FA Cup, though, well, we didn't really make it too far, as you can tell. But, lads, you see the blue background, and you know exactly what that means. We have gotten past, yes, the likes of PSG to play against Inter in the Champions League final. This is now my, 4th Champions League final against an Italian team back-to-back. If you guys saw the last video, it was nuts, and we kept playing against Italian teams, and we're doing it again. It's Inter. And I believe if Fiorentina wins the Conference League, like literally today, then Italian football will have 9 teams in Europe. What? Okay, so off we go into the battle. Before that, we beat the likes of PSG. We got past the likes of Sporting. And we also managed to beat PSV Eindhoven, the former team of Bella Kotchap. So let's see how he's looking right now. Bella Kotchap 88. Yes. Now, the good thing is, after last season, a week after that, after I showed you guys the end of the season, he actually went up to an 84. So it's really nice to see that he managed to keep going. And at this stage, Bazunu, Walker Peters, Harwood Bellis, Bella Kotchap, all being originals. I love that. But the rest of the team we put together, and honestly, I think it's going to be incredible. I cannot wait to see how this team performs as we step onto the pitch. But how did they perform until now? 35-8, 23-10, 10-11, 14-13. Nasty. But I also want to see how Inter has played. Are we looking Inter? Balogun, Lautaro, Aslani, Chouameni, Camavinga, Bastoni, Upamecano. Okay, Mamardashvili is in there. Yeah, that's a good freaking team, man. That's going to be tough to break down. Champions League, let's go, bro. I cannot wait to see how this one goes. And by the way, again, for you guys that have watched this video until now, you are absolute legends. I appreciate you guys tuning in into these videos by the thousands, you know. Every single video seems to get at least 60,000 views these days, which is just incredible if you think about the sheer number of people that seem to be entertained by these videos, with Haidara instantly wanting to score. Oh, big mistakes. Bakwa. 1v1. Yes. Play it back. Finish. Ridiculous goal. Yes! Lukman scores in the end, but Bakwa down the right. You love to see it. As you guys might know, I always pressure my opponents into making mistakes during their build-up. That is the key to my success in FC24. It literally is. I highly suggest to you guys, if you play the game as often as I do, you need to learn how to move your players around so that they don't have anyone to pass the ball to. And then you might score ridiculous goals like these on the counter as well. Uh-oh. There's a lot of space that I'm giving this Inter side here. Bella Kotchap, not in the best position. Bazunu, near post, Bazunu, near post. I mean, I get it. It's Lautaro Martinez. It's a lot of power. I didn't really defend it well, but near post is always painful. That is not looking good. Bazunu, you better make a huge save later on to make up for this. Yes, let's go Bakwa, bro. He's so much fun to play with right now. Bakwa, just making them all look silly with just the most simple movements of them all. Oh, what a pass as well. They're on the floor. Lukman shoots. Doesn't score. Bella Kotchap. Nice pass. Lookman taking on people, finding the pass into Zalinga. Little man, big man combination just works in football. Zalinga looks absolutely nothing like himself in real life, but that's okay. Hopefully one day we can get into a game of EA where everyone actually has their real faces. Zalinga going through after the pass of Lookman. He knew exactly what to do, and it's the second time we score off of a volley. Hey, you seem to be good at it. Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 not again. Switch players, please. Lautaro Martinez. He just can't be stopped, can he? This time he chooses the far post. Terrible defending by me once again. Southampton, I'm sorry for putting you into this much stress, but we got to get through this somehow. Haidara's cross looking exactly for the big man. It's what we do. It's what we do. We go for certain player profiles, and when we know there's a big man in there, we target him. Zalinga with his second to make it 3-2. Now let's stop conceding, can we? Come on, lads. Someone, please. I beg. Yes. Bella Kochap with the last man tackle, and we give it away in the 90th minute. What are we doing? We're saving it. That's what we're doing. Bazunu, last minute save. That's what I needed. No. No. No, 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 no. Thank you for playing it back. What are you doing? Let's go. It's done. And the original Walker Peters will be lifting this trophy. Bazunu redeemed himself, which is a good thing. And now, lads, it's time to say goodbye to this beautiful squad, but it's time to say hello to them. Welcome back into Premier League football. I am very excited to have Southampton, Leicester, and Ipswich Town in the Premier League. It's going to be fun watching them. I admit, though, I will kind of miss Luton. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Appreciate you all. Take care and peace.